Wilson Morales from Black Film TV. Hello, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. It's a good day when you get to geek out about Star Trek all day.
Yes, it is. You're finally on this row, episode two. If anything, it just, I would say if people can't get through the whole series, they at least get through the beginning of the series, you know? So I know you've been a fan of just Star Trek for a long time. So how did this role come about?
This was actually an offer, which I was very geeked to get. It came from Marjorie Simkin and Orly Sitowitz, who do casting, who, if you also remember, cast me in American Gods. So they were aware of what I was capable of. And it was a direct offer. Didn't get the entire script because of NDA, but they gave me an outline, and Orly said, "No, listen, you're going to love this character," and she was absolutely right.
Would you have preferred to be a character in disguise or just so that we know your face?
I just was happy to be in Star Trek, and I'm not even, that's not hyperbole. I think I'm a huge geek. I'm a huge Trekkie. This was literally a dream come true. So I didn't know what was going to happen, whether it was going to be prosthetics or it was not. It was nice to be up there in a way that's recognizable. But I'm never opposed to putting on some prosthetics and playing in other spaces.
So talking about this character you're playing, I believe her name is Yera. Neera,
Yes,
Neera with an N.
Neera with an N.
And I believe she's a defense attorney or what they call counsel, to number one.
Yeah.
So what more can you say?
Well, actually, at this point, I can say everything because I think this is happening after the episode airs. But she's a civil rights lawyer. That's how she was described in the script, and she actually it's canon because she says it actually on screen. A childhood friend of number one's, who's known as an incredible attorney throughout the galaxies. And she is brought in to help Una with these charges that have been sent her way, for being who she is, for showing that she is actually Illyrian, and so permanently genetically modified, which Starfleet, as you know, has a problem with.
And then, most of your scenes were Rebecca. So how was that dynamic like working with her and just being on the set and you working, with the rest of the cast?
I mean, it's an incredible cast. First off, Anson, who's also a Trekkie. You got Ethan, Celia, Babs, Melissa, Jess, Christina, just everybody. There one, and Melanie, who was the opposing counsel. We actually are send each other memes all day, so it's funny to go on set and be at odds or not really at odds, as we find. And then be sending each other memes all day. But Rebecca Romijn, I was saying, we need to give her flowers. It was a little surreal for me because I'd grown up watching her in so many incredible projects. And it was wonderful to be able to work with an incredible performer, she has such a deep, there's so much grace and so much kindness there. And thanks to Valerie, we got to meet before we shot. We got to talk about character. We got to talk about our love of Star Trek. Surreal is the first word that comes to mind.
Now your character is dealing with race, and so but in a different way, So how was it like with that episodes, and what some of the words can be seen as universal in other platforms?
Mm-hmm. That is the magic of Star Trek. Like all good sci-fi and fantasy, it examines present day real world issues through the lens of sci-fi and fantasy, right? And being able to, especially now, speak to the capacity for communities, for organizations, for a planet, or a federation of planets to do better, to constantly be able to examine themselves and see the places where you are leaving, where you are causing harm, and to actively work towards bettering that. The title, Ad Astra per Aspera, to the stars through hardship. I think it's a needed message. I think it's a hopeful message. I think it's an important one.
Mm-hmm. Is there a possibility we'll see you again? Or is this a one-off?
Well, I think we all know how much I love Star Trek. Or yes, I speak a lot about that. They know anytime they need me, they can call. And the same, I'm sure, for Neera Ketoul. By the time we see her at the end, we know anytime she's needed.
Mm-hmm. But what's that feeling like as an actress? You know, obviously you've been on American Gods, you've been on other shows. I've seen you in Rise. You know, when you get on a show as a guest star, but you're part of it. You know, some people can get on there and they have a small role, a small part, but you're part of the episodes. It will stand out. People will see it as that.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about a dream come true, and I don't say that lightly. And in so many ways, this has been a dream come true. From the very beginning, even before I got on set, there was a message from one of the producers, Henry Anson saying, "Whatever you need, we're here." Doing the read through, the support from everyone there, the crew of applauding after rehearsals, and it's everybody has been so kind, so giving, and also very much making sure that, as you said, I got to be a part of this beautiful world. This was not just okay, fine, you're in, we'll see you later. It was every individual made sure that this experience was one that I will never forget.
You did well. You know, obviously, it's great to see you on the series. I know you have other projects lined up. You know, obviously, as it gets to fruition, we'll talk about that then. But for now, your dream has come true. We'll be happy to let people know about that. We'll talk down the road. Wherever you're at, take care, stay safe. Goodbye.
Thanks, Melissa.
Take care.
You too.